So today I would like to explain to you how to create a arrow function. So you will just declare it with a const keyword and then you will mention the name. For instance, I have my function, or just to greeting actually, so we can just do greeting, and then we need to have parentheses, and there just the arrow sign, so equals, and the little arrow as you can see here, and finally the curly brackets. Inside you don't need the parentheses if we have just one parameter. So if my parameter is name, I can just do this one, and finally here console log, for instance, name. However, if we have 0 parameters, so if the function doesn't take any arguments, we will need parentheses. And the same if we have 2 arguments, so more than 1, 2, 3, 4, then we will need also parentheses. So if I have name, city, email, and so on, could be also phone number, you see. However, even if we have one parameter, it's always a good convention to have parentheses. This is always the recommended way. It's nice to keep our code consistent. And finally, with arrows, so with the arrow function, the flat arrow function, as we said, it's nice to know that we can just remove the curly brackets if we have only one expression. It means if we just have one expression with JavaScript ES6, we don't need the curly brackets. So we can just do like this. Now, if we have more than one expression in our function, so if I have like 2 console log, for instance, then I need the curly brackets. That's important, but we can omit them if we just have one expression. There are a lot of things about the arrow functions. It's a really nice way and really clear way to write functions, because normally, you know, the normal way it will be function, the name of the function, parentheses. That will be a normal function. Arrow functions are just amazing for ES6, and the best way is that we can also use the power of destructing an object with ES6. So if I go back with my arrow function, let's say we are here returning so we will just return what we will return, an object. It will be name, email. That's it. And here we have name, email. Well, because of the ES6 shorthand object, we don't need to mention the key and the value. We can just use one, and JavaScript will just know, oh yeah, name is for the key and the value. Now if it's different, if the parameter here was mail only, we will need to do that one like this. But that's also the power of the ES6 object shorthand. Perfect, it's good to know. So here we are just returning a object, and we need the parentheses here just to mention that we want to return the object. Otherwise we would need to do this with a return keyword, and just like that. And then after I would need to have my curly brackets. Beautiful. And then we will just call the function by doing greeting like this. All done. I hope you enjoyed those kind of short videos, and I will see you in another video. Oh, and by the way, one more tip. If you would like to format your code easily with VS Code, you can just do Command P or Control P on Windows. So Command P on Mac, Control P on Windows, and then you do arrow format document, and boom, you see your code will be nicely formatted.